But everybody think they a superstar. As I'm saying, everybody gets crowned superstar these days. You, especially with the playoffs.
I think it get thrown around too
often. I hate that everybody legacy on the line every playoff game.
It is.
That's annoying.
That's
immediate. That's annoying.
But that's me. They need something. They need a story to come.
Every matchup don't mean somebody better than somebody when they beat them. I'm sorry, it's kind. You might won this round.
Careful.
But I don't think you better than this person all the time.
Yeah, just because you won, yeah.
Like, was Isaiah better than Mike every time they kept beating him? No. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, as a player, yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
You could keep losing to somebody. I don't mean if they got a better team. Right. They got a better team, and
yeah, I agree with that.
There's other things around it. I don't know. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? But they throw it around too loosely, though. Like, now I'm seeing people say like Halliburton is a superstar. Like, I ain't got him there yet.
Right. He ain't even getting no time in the Olympics.
I ain't got him
there
yet.
He a star. He ain't a superstar.
He ain't even getting no time in the Olympics, and he a superstar.
Well, what makes somebody a superstar is what? Because is it what you do in the regular season plus the playoffs, or what is it? Just the playoffs?
Nah, it's
or you got to get to the fight. You got to get to the later rounds.
Time out. Are we microsizing superstar to that
the
little bit?
Star and superstar. You got to remember star.
I'm saying, I know, but he just.
I was listing things. I ain't saying. This
I'm just saying. I know, because I noticed everything was just between playoff, regular season, and what else?
No. So outside of that, you got the marketability. You got all the other stuff that all because you got to be marketable. You can't be a superstar and not be marketable. You got to be face of the league, all that type of stuff, candidates, and MVP awards.
I'm about to
accolades.
I'm about to be the hard old guy right now, because my list of what I think a superstar should be might be a little tedious.
What? Give me one.
You can't just be like winning the ring.
No. I said tedious. I'm talking about. It's
what's the first one?
All-star selections.
First of all, not in this era. It's too easy this era.
You gotta have right. So then you gotta have it. You gotta have it. If it's too easy, you gotta at least have it.
The All-Star game don't even matter anymore.
I ain't saying you gotta lack. You gotta have All-Star selection. That's one for me. For two, you gotta have all NBA team honors somewhere. Somewhere all NBA team honors. I need statistical dominance in some form or fashion where you at least I'm gonna say top 5 in the statistics somewhere. I'm gonna say top 5. That's maybe top 8.
Just one.
No, in the statistics, I'm just saying statistics. You gotta be top 5, top 8. You saying multiple statistics?
Yeah, you can't just do it. Is it just one?
Let me see. If you a scorer and you a top 5 in the score, but you're doing everything else, and you might not be top 5.
If you average 28, 2 and 2.
28, 2 and 2.
Yeah.
But do you have other things on top of that besides that?
No, 22 and 2.
But I mean, if you have All-Star selection, are you a part of an NBA All Team?
I mean, probably got an All-Star selection in there,
Right, but come on, can I cut you off for a minute because we talked about that before? Can it just come down, like in this era, can it just come down to moments? Like you said,
that's part of it.
Can you say, because you said Halliburton, right?
Yeah.
Halliburton. Right now, he had moments, 2 game winners, right?
Yeah.
Now, say you get his team to the finals.
Yeah.
Right? Whether they win or not, if he plays great, don't that put him on that star level?
He's already a star.
Right, he's already a star.
Would that take him to if they win, do that take him to a superstar level?
It's the way he goes.
Right, that's what I said. If he plays to his ability.
If they win a championship, yes. If they no.
He better get that MVP.
If they take it to a game 7. Even if they take it to a game 7.
No, he has to get Finals MVP. I agree 100%. You gotta get Finals MVP. If they just win the championship and somebody else on his team gets Final MVP, no. He has. If they go to the
with a caveat too, you got to get parameters. Because Steph ain't won one. He was already a superstar though by 2015 though.
But Steph
won that. But he was a superstar.
Steph had other stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Mention that.
Right.
Do you have other stuff?
Like statistics.
So you can have other stuff even if you lose it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. You gotta have a multitude of that. You gotta have playoff success.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You gotta have statistics. You gotta.
That's what I'm saying. Because that's what he's building. Like
what is playoff success?
Regular season, you build your resume.
Right.
Playoffs, you have your moments.
Playoff success.
And then the finals is that the caviar.
So playoff success for me is when you're in the playoffs, each time you're in there, you're either constantly competing for a championship, or you're progressing your team to compete for a championship. Meaning you're moving up. You're not getting bounced out the first or the second round every year. Like next year, like your first year,
you're going through the journey. The journey that we always talk about.
This is the second time getting to these.
Right, I'm saying.
This is the second time.
So he's climbing that echelon. So yeah, you got to climb that echelon. Then you got the media success. The marketability.
Yeah, you got to be marketable.
You got to be in the conversation somewhere for at least MVP. Maybe not be MVP of like the top 3 MVP, but you got to be in the conversation for being an MVP candidate.
Is Donovan Mitchell a superstar?
No.
Sorry, so he led his team to the best record in the league. I think it's back-to-back years.
And you're about to get bounced in the second round.
No, they already got bounced.
They already got
bounced.
So
but Allenberg passed him.
Right. To me, Allenberg passed him.
He passed him.
I agree 100%.
We might not his game. We might not like his game, but his game.
Right, I agree 100%.
Stat wise, his game is successful.
I agree. I don't disagree. I agree with that because so.
What about stats make somebody a superstar though? Because Nash ain't always had the prettiest of stats. You know what I'm saying?
But you have to, like I said, you have to.
But he hasn't won MVPs.
He has won MVP, but he's always been in the top 10 or higher in assists. His whole entire time.
That's one category.
That's
one category.
Team better. He made his team better. That's 2. 3 points wise, I don't know where he was like
16, 18.
Maybe he might have been 16, 18 points. He was efficient, but he was. So I don't know what his field goal.
He was a leader.
Steals, I don't know where he was there. I just know he was high.
Team always had best records.
Team had good records. He got to the conference finals, right?
Yeah,
he got to the conference finals. So he had playoff success. He just didn't get to the finals. He ran to Kobe.
Right, he never got to the finals.
And then the other time with Tim Thomas pissed off.
But what y'all sounding like then? But basically,
he got the All-Star selections. He had those.
He's adding all the other stuff.
Yeah. I'm just adding everything up. He got the MVP contest. He got the marketable. He was marketable media-wise.
Everybody gonna have the media. I mean, everybody gonna have the MVP stuff. There's only certain people that can win it. So everybody gonna have that. I'm just saying,
when you start picking things out, you can't. If you want to miss something else, then you gotta have something else. That's what I'm saying.
Now, why is Melo a superstar then?
He shouldn't be. But yeah,
because Melo ain't really got no accolades, really.
Right.
He's like a 3 All NBA first
never
team
to the finals.
One second team or third team, something like that.
He got all NBA teams. Yes.
Yeah, he has all NBA.
Was he top 10 in the statistical category? Yes. Scoring.
That's one category. One category don't really.
Hold on. Let me just go down the list. Playoff success. Yes.
It's his story. It comes down to his story. He won in college. He came out with LeBron. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying, but
he had all the skills of an all-around player. And he went to New York, Denver, and New York.
Right. All-Star selection. Does he have that?
Yes.
All right. So he has all NBA team selections. He had playoff success. He was leading statistical. He was media marketable. He was influential. So I would say yes. That's why he's a superstar.
It's a story. It's just his story.
I'm just going down what I'm saying.
I'm just saying his story.
Because other than that, what are you?
He shouldn't be. But his story.
But I'm just saying. But if you're going by what's a superstar, then you have to go. You have to start listening.
A lot of stars got that criteria, dude. Though a lot of stars.
Like who?
Melo should be a star.
A lot of stars make the All-Star game. A lot of stars are top 10.
All that. They don't have.
A lot of stars go to the playoffs. That's a lot. DeMar DeRozan got like half of those things you said.
He got All-Star selection.
He could deep playoff runs. He just ran into LeBron every time. Team having the best record. Like that was a lot of his journey. Top 10 statistical. He was top 10 in scoring almost a lot of years there. He was a high scorer. Like he got a lot of. He was efficient.
But he was quiet. Like Melo is polarizing. Like I said, he talks. You know what I mean? He's just his story.
I feel like
his story put him out there. He shouldn't be a superstar. He's a star, but his story made him a superstar.
So do you think?
I feel like you gotta be real strict with the superstars.
I think the MVP conversation's got to be in there. I ain't saying you got to be in the top 3, but you have. I should think you should have to be considered.
Now, one thing you missed, you gotta be a franchise changing player. I could put you anywhere on the team. And they odds are going to jump. It's going to jump up.
Okay, I agree with that.
Everything's going to jump up.
Yeah, I'll add that to that.
Like you can't have a season where you healthy, and that team is
horrible,
8 or 7 or out the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. No, you can't say that.
Right.
If you in the East, I can say that because that means you had under 500 record.
But you're talking about now. You just talking about the now and in general.
I'm talking about now. We're talking about superstar now.
It's different now.
Because marketability is different from now than it was.
Back then. There's been in general where teams, superstar players, didn't make the playoffs because their team was that bad that year. And they had to wait for their team to come back into the playoffs.
If it's because of injuries, yes. But
it wasn't because of injury. The team was that bad.
I can't call you a superstar.
I'm gonna give you 2 players. Y'all tell me what y'all think.
Tell me, hold on, before I do that, before I miss my point. So am I wrong? The year that Lakers didn't make the playoffs with Kobe, that drops in our superstar category? Because remember, there was a year before he got
But they made it some years too without it. Wasn't there too though? They lost first round. So they were still making the playoffs. They missed probably like 1 year. Remember, they played Phoenix in the first round. They lost in 7.
But that had Gasol.
No. They ain't had Gasol on that one. He had like Chris Mim and all them dudes.
No, he had Randall on them. Yeah, Chris Mim.
Randall. We had Chris Mim, Smush and all them.
Chris Dunn. Chris Dunn.
Smush Parker and all them dudes. That was the game 7. Kobe didn't really shoot that much because they said he was shooting too much.
Yeah, I know.
And that was the series. So like he was still making the playoffs sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
But I could 1 year they didn't make it.
Because think about it, when Pippen didn't have Jordan, they still was almost the same as they was.
That 1 year, that second season, they look bad.
Well, I'm talking about the season right after that, though.
The first season they look good. That second season they look bad.
But then they make some changes that second season, though.
No, that's the year they got Cook. That was the there was nobody changed. The same team that got to the almost conference finals, almost beat the Knicks. It's the same team that next following year.
Okay.
Only person they lost was Horace Grant.
But they lost Mike for a year, though, right? Didn't he come back at
who?
They lost Mike for a year, right?
They only lost him for a year and a half.
Year and a half.
So he came back
that second year.
He came back that second year.
Is that when they lost to the
end of the season?
That's when they looking. That's when they was looking bad because they thought they wasn't even going to make the playoffs until he came back.
But still made it.
Yeah, he came back and got him through the hump.
But like two players right now that you would think are on the same level, but to me, one is higher just because
who?
Ant and Shea. Ant is kind of higher than Shea because
no,
I'm talking about marketing it. As far as the star level, we talking about star and superstar. As far as marketing, all you see on TV and commercials, everything is Ant.
No, I see Shea.
No, you don't.
I see Shea.
No, you don't. You see Ant more than anything.
I see Shea with the commercial with him and John Wayne.
You see Ant everywhere. You hear people talk about Ant.
What's the center? The center.
Who? You see him more commercials. You see more talked about anywhere.
I see Ant, but
I see Ant, but you said commercials. I see that commercial all three of them all the time.
Ant is in a whole bunch of commercials. Ant is out there.
Okay.
Ant is more out there than Shea.
That could be his agent's problem.
No, I'm just saying though. But that's what I'm trying to say is, far as level wise, they both been to the same thing level. But Ant really went farther last year than Shea, even though OKC had the best record the best 2 years.
Okay, I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So this right here, whoever makes it will determine who's the star and the superstar.
I think
but Shea might have an MVP and Ant ain't come close.
Right, that's saying they already got MVPs.
Yeah, but if Ant takes his team to the finals and wins the MVP,
he has to do that.
Right, I'm just saying they're right there, but Ant is more popular than Shea is far worldwide.
I'll call them both superstars. Because Shea, you can't name no other. Shea don't got another All-Star.
Okay, but here's the question:
Jalen Williams just became All-Star, but
I'm just saying who you see more.
But is that a cultural?
Is that a politics thing though? Because remember, Ant is American-born.
That's about to say. But I was about to say that. Is that a politics thing? Yeah, because they could be just trying to push him because he's American.
He's more marketable.
He's American.
He's American. They want their face of the league to be. Remember, Ant say he don't want it, but they mean
I know that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so does that play a part? Nobody asking Shea because Shea Canadian. You know what I'm saying?
Ant vocal wise, Ant makes himself more out there than Shea does. Shea is quiet. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I'm saying Shea is quiet, but that still plays in part of being a star and a superstar too.
Does it though? Because Kawhi is superstar. Kawhi don't talk.
It shouldn't.
Kawhi is superstar though. Kawhi don't talk.
I don't think public persona. I don't think public persona should determine that.
But it does at times.
It's one of those things. If you got it, it's a bonus. If you don't got it, your play got to do the talking.
Right. And Shea play.
I think this season will separate them.
But see, again, I guess
if he win, whoever wins, separate.
Yeah, it's going to separate one from a lot of people.
But this goes to my other argument then that I have an issue with, and I know I'm probably gonna get a lot of flack for this, but I don't care. This Jalen Brunson crap.
I don't think he has a resume of a superstar. I give him that.
Do you think he's a superstar?
Do I think he's a superstar?
I don't think so.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm getting sick of
He's done a lot.
I understand, but I'm getting sick of these talks about this boy as a top 5 or a top something.
If they go to the finals, he's a superstar.
I will agree.
If they go to the finals,
I will agree. But right now, because that's all I'm hearing, is he a top 5 guard?
Yes.
No.
Right now?
Yes.
No.
Right now?
Yes.
No. Yeah.
He a top 5 guard?
Right now?
Yeah.
Who you got?
Top 5 guard.
Who you got?
Yeah, Shea.
If I'm eliminating the top 3.
No, don't talk about who playing, right?
Yeah, talk about playing now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Steph,
yes. He's number 1.
Kyrie.
No, he's not playing.
No.
But he's not playing. What you mean he's not playing? What you mean he's not playing?
Well, you hurt. He's somebody hurt. Just gonna be hurt.
Yeah.
Huh?
He's just gonna be hurt. You know,
I'm just saying he hurt.
He hurt, but I'm just saying he's part of the league right now. He's part of the league right now.
All right, go ahead. Two.
Luka.
Okay.
3.
Shea.
4.
Halliburton.
No. I don't got.
You got Brunson over Halliburton.
Yes.
How?
Without a doubt, man.
How?
Because Brunson is doing it on his own, man. That boy is killing it. He's been killing it for the last few years.
He can do it on his own. Where is he at? This is his first time getting the conference finals, and Halliburton's got his team there twice.
Yeah, true.
So like you just made the argument,
true,
right? So that's what I'm saying. So he's up there right now. Now technically they about to go head on. They about to go ahead on. Now this is gonna go to your.
Well, I'm gonna go to what point. He said. If he make him to the finals, then yeah.
I listen.
I'm going with his
when
point.
we get to the finals, that's a different conversation.
Right. But right now, you're right.
But as of right now, I don't have him top 5.
But isn't somebody else before him?
That small guard, he died a lot. I was telling him, dog, like,
you don't put Mitchell or anybody else?
Who? Donovan Mitchell or who?
At the 5th spot. I'm just asking. Anybody else?
That's my 5. That's my 5.
No, you said Hamburger.
That's my 5.
He just brought Mitchell. You say yeah.
No. I'm talking. I already got my 5. Luke, Steph, Kyrie.
You say Donovan.
No, I didn't. I said Kyrie, Steph.
I know. I said you don't put Donovan at the 5th spot
Over Tyrese. No,
yeah, no. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, no. Not after we just beat him.
Okay.
No.
I was telling him though, I'd rather have Brunson than Luka at this point.
Yeah, Luka, without a doubt.
Luka, they said Luka single-handedly lost his team to finals because Jalen Brown picked on that boy, and Tatum switched them on the pick and roll every time, and Boston just destroyed him.
Yes. I agree, but
if his offense don't keep up, he is useless out there.
I agree with that.
Then the Lakers, once he played Timberwolves, they did the same thing to him again. ESPN broke down how bad Luka is on defense.
But is that
the Dallas Mavericks got rid of this ball because of his work ethic and defense?
But
there's no other player with a stain like that on their resume.
Okay, I agree with that.
Who else got a stain like that? That's nasty.
But is his coaching as far as his defense? As far as his defense.
He don't even try.
But as far as no, they said he did try. They said the Lakers and them said
he did try.
He might not did try. JJ and all them said he did try. Now what I'm saying,
that ain't true.
I'm just saying, but wait,
that ain't true.
What I'm asking is with the coaching, because I can make the same case about Brunson, but Brunson gets hot in the zone defense. That way you don't. That way you don't have to. You going to tell me you put him on Jalen Brown or Tatum that he's not that they can't take him?
He's bodying.
He's a way better.
He's been bodying him.
He can body them, but I can just shoot over him.
But they're bailing him out.
Right.
The problem is they're bailing him out.
Thank you. I agree. No,
they're bailing him out.
They're bailing him out, and they're hiding, isolating him in his
Have you paid attention to the Lakers lately?
What you mean? Yes. Why? What do you mean?
They put a job hiring for a strength and conditioning coach.
I know. I was going.
I saw that.
Who you think they was talking about?
Oh, I know. I saw that.
Okay, then no other player got that type of stain on them. I can't put you that high up if you are single-handed being a starter team and you can't even try on defense.
But my thing is that's a mental thing. That's a mental thing.
I'm watching.
He got one too.
Luka, if you watch the tape, Luka is literally just sitting there on defense and they cutting all around him. He don't know what he's doing. He is horrible on defense.
He might be.
He is single-handedly leaving everybody open.
He might be horrible on defense.
I don't care about the offensive crap, bro. The team can't win because you're playing so bad.
I don't care about offensive crap neither. I care about conference finals and finals.
That's fine. Your team, you calling your team to lose, I'm
also the reason my team got to where I'm at.
No, because you had two and towers to cover up your mistakes on Dallas.
It don't matter. He still got his team both 2 times to the conference.
He had defense behind him.
He got 2 teams to the conference final, 1 team to the.
He has a good defensive team.
But you still the main person or the reason why your team got.
I'm
to
not saying he's not, but I'm still saying he has still.
So what I'm saying is with those accomplishments, that's why I'm holding him.
Lakers didn't have a good defensive team.
That's why I'm holding him over Brunson right now because he has those accomplishments.
Oh no, I don't disagree with that.
Right, so that
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Would you call somebody a player a horrible leader if they are single-handedly not trying on defense, get called out for it, and still don't put no effort?
Yeah,
I would call him a hard.
Brian was doing that at times.
About to say that.
Right, Brian was doing that at times.
Yeah, I call him a leader.
So how can I put you over somebody if you're not only a bad leader, you have single-handedly been called out for costing your team games, and it's all on film. You're the only player that ESPN has montages of you being. They write articles. It's so noticeable how bad you are. When Steph was called out for being a bad defense, if you watch Steph actually tries on defense. He became a much better defender.
He became that. He didn't start off that way.
Right.
Luka's the year 9-10 now. Don't matter. Steph has been a better defender his last 7 years.
I would agree with that.
And he's already been past the years Luka's already been a bad defender. Like, if you are a bad defender,
we just literally had a conversation about how quickly and how easily names and stuff are getting thrown around for people who don't accomplish nothing. I'm not putting Brunson over somebody that has gotten his team to two fucking stages than somebody that has. I'm not doing it. Brunson get to the finals or even wins the finals, he got the spot, no doubt.
The problem is you conflating 2 things. Saying he better than him right now. You adding stuff that he did in the past. We talking about right now. This Luka right now ain't the one that took him to the finals. No, I'm talking about I ain't saying I said in the league right now. I ain't talking about,
you talking about what they accomplished.
Not playing immediately.
But you can't. It's no point having no argument if you going to take all things Luka done in his career. We talking about right now. If I do a point guard ranking right now, going into next year, Brunson's going to be ahead of Luka for me.
Yeah, if you know one right now.
You can't compare what they did in the years. That's not what it's about. When you do a ranking, that's not what you're doing. We talking about right now. We talking about right now. We're not talking about what they did 5 years ago.
I'll still take Luka.
I can't say Luka. I can't say Luka, bro.
I'm not putting Bronson there until he gets his team up over that hump. When he gets the team over the hump, I'll put him there. I'm not putting him there because to me he ain't got nothing else up. He ain't accomplished nothing. Yeah, he's a monster in the fourth quarter. He is a monster in the fourth quarter, especially when in these playoffs. I will not take that away from him. But I'm not putting him over until he gets his team over the hump. You gotta accomplish something for me to start putting you in these top echelon categories. You're not gonna just be going keep saying, yo, he's doing all he can.
What is the hump though? Just going to the finals? That's the hump?
That's the hump for me because if you busting ass the way you've been busting ass, and every time you've been doing this, you either been bounced out the first or second round. What's the point?
Who is Brunson around his team better than Kyrie?
Huh?
Who is Brunson around his team better than Kyrie?
What you mean better than Kyrie?
Luka didn't go there by himself.
Right, yeah,
the first conference finals he did, not the second one. The second one he had Kyrie.
We talking about conference finals.
But he just got there.
But you keep bringing up his finals appearance. He had Kyrie for that.
Huh?
He had Kyrie for the finals.
But he just got to the conference finals.
Okay. That's one.
That's 2-1. Regardless of Kyrie or not, that's 2-1.
One person became a superstar of the team later in his career than the other one. Luka came in with the
conference finals. It's a semi-conference.
No, they're conference finals. They're conference.
Brunson just became a leader of a team 3 years ago.
In the end,
I'm talking about Luka.
What do you mean? Luka got to the conference finals. He got there.
Minnesota got to play what? The Minnesota's playing.
What are you talking about now?
They got to play the winner of
That's
OKC.
the conference finals, right?
Yeah, but we're talking about what Luka was.
But Brunson's already there.
I know, but he said Luka.
He's talking about the years prior.
Luka got to the conference. I'm saying Luka got there.
I'm talking about the year before.
Yeah, I'm talking about the years.
But he went to the finals.
We can't talk about the Kyrie year. Kyrie had Kyrie.
The Kyrie year they went to the final. But I'm talking about even the year they got to the conference
before,
final.
okay.
Yeah, they got before Kyrie.
Right, they lost in the conference.
Huh?
They lost in the conference.
Yeah, but they got there.
We doing participation trophies now?
We doing participation trophies with Brunson now?
No, I'm telling you what he's ascending. I'm talking about a guy that's going up and one guy who's going down. I mean, you tell me.
He ain't going down because he just got traded to a different team. I gotta see what a full season of him on that team look like.
You sure he wasn't going down? You sure?
I'm not saying he's going down after 1 year. That's what we doing for 1 year. We saying somebody going down for 1 year.
He's doing the same thing he's been doing.
It's not worse.
Huh?
If somebody becomes a worse defender, they going up. His offense didn't get better. He's just regular with his offense. He actually shooting worse than he was actually. So
right,
his numbers went down.
He got to the Lakers and his number went down. That's somebody transitioning to another team. You're right. I'm saying I have to see what him looking like for a whole season for the Lakers before I say he went down.
His numbers are going down under the Lakers. He came in injured and out of shape, like everybody's been telling you.
I'm going to say again.
He comes in injured. It has nothing to do with.
But they kept complaining about him in Dallas, and he still got to the freaking finals and conference finals. Still doing that.
We're talking about this year.
But you're right. So this year was a transition year of him going to a different team.
No, we telling you he was doing that already. The beginning, he was hurt because he can't stay in shape. He keep getting calf injuries because he can't stay in shape. He started the year being hurt, out of shape. You know when Dallas gave him them weeks off? Because he was out of shape and they wanted him to get back in shape.
Well, maybe he's trying to play his way out of Dallas.
No, like bro, I can't.
Listen, I can't speak to him not being in shape.
And then his new team hired a coach, a strength coach that said must hold players accountable.
And then he played in the summertime too.
And JJ Redick, hold on, JJ Redick before the end of the year said we need more commitment from these guys. They need to get their body right. Who do you think he was talking to? He was talking about Luka. Everybody talking about Luka.
Hey, you can talk about what you want.
Everybody talking about Luka. Every team he goes to, everybody saying this, and you just blowing it off. Everybody telling you about Luka in front of you. We might don't damn Luka, dog. I ain't trying here, man, but. Let us know, man. What makes a superstar is that, you know, with these social media platforms, everybody be dying to put somebody up or down on their rank. Let us know what y'all think. Right. It's through the scope, though. Appreciate everybody. Like, subscribe, comment. Peace.